Hello, I'm Miss D, and I'm here to ask you one question. If not now, when will you break free from trauma? For many of us, trauma feels like a chain holding us back from the life we truly deserve. It's hard to imagine a future where your past doesn't control your present. But what if today could be the beginning of something different, the beginning of something new? What if this year, 2025, this moment could be the first step toward reclaiming the life you desire? Let's look at 3 tips that would help you start a new journey, a new beginning. The first tip, naming your pain. You've been carrying so much for so long, maybe feeling invisible, like your needs do not matter. Perhaps you grew up in a home where you were not loved, or maybe you faced neglect, rejection, or loss. These experiences leave scars, emotional wounds that weigh us down. The first step to healing is, like I said before, naming your pain. Look it in the face and say this: it happened to me and it wasn't okay. This happened to me and it wasn't okay. I was hurt and it wasn't my fault. Their actions made me feel unloved, but it doesn't define me. Naming your pain is not about revenge or retaliation. It's about freedom. When you acknowledge what happened and place accountability where it belongs, you take the first step toward breaking the chains of shame and self doubt. Tip number 2, challenging the falsehoods and lies that trauma tells us. Trauma is a liar. It tells you things like you're not good enough, you'll never be loved, you are broken beyond repair. But these are distortions born out of the very pain you endured. The truth is, just because someone didn't love you the way you needed to be loved doesn't mean you are not lovable. What happened to you says more about the people who hurt you than it does about you. You are worthy of healing, of joy, and of peace. So every time these falsehoods and lies creep into your mind, challenge them. Replace them with truth. I am doing my best, and that's enough for now. I am worthy of love and respect. My past does not define me. Tip number 3, taking the first brave step. Healing isn't about giant leaps. It's about small, brave steps. And every single one matters. Every single step matters. Maybe your first step is writing down your feelings, putting your pain, anger, sadness, disappointment, and maybe unbearable rage into words so you can see it for what it is. Maybe your first brave step is talking to someone you trust, a friend, a mentor, or a therapist who will listen without judgment. Or maybe it's simply waking up tomorrow and saying to yourself, I am worthy of healing. Even if you don't believe it yet, keep saying it. The more you repeat it, the closer you'll get to feeling it in your soul. Each of these steps, naming your pain, challenging the falsehoods and the lies, and taking that first brave step, is an act of courage. It's your way of saying to your trauma, you don't get to control me anymore. So I ask you again, if not now, when? When will you stop letting your trauma write your story and your narrative? When will you start to reclaim your future? You are not your pain. You are not your trauma. You are so much more. Let this be the year you begin to believe this. Take a moment to think about it. Think about your first step. What will it be? If you feel comfortable, share it in the comments. I would love to hear from you. In the next video, we will talk about reclaiming your time and why you should stop settling for less than what you deserve. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.